Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Nrsimhadev ki. So, tonight we heard how Hiranyakashipu very affectionately he asked his son, please tell me what's the best thing you learned from your teachers. So, he didn't ask a very complicated question. He thought, well, he'll say, some simple thing. But since Prahlad was a pure devotee, he was a Mahabhagavat, then his answer was very Krishna conscious. So Hiranyakashipu thought, what is this? His mind, a simple mind of a child, is then polluted by the enemy, those devotees of Vishnu. So we should take steps to see that no one enters the Gurukul and he will not be affected by this. So, Prabhupada was saying how, well, first was this is like giving a shoot on sight order. If any Vaishnava tries to sneak into the Gurukul, we will shoot them down. We will kill them. No one is allowed. Our poor children have to train us proper demons. And thus, Prahlad and all his friends, they should be nicely trained as demons. But Prahlad, we read last time, he didn't like the whole topic of politics because it was meant that this is my enemy and this is my friend. So the idea would be that in political field, how to defeat your enemy and how to take the utilization of your friend. So, because a devotee doesn't see anyone as a friend or enemy, rather wants to help everyone. So, all the devotees also have all the good qualities of the Supreme Person and the good qualities of the Devas. So, Prahlad had all these good qualities. And what he said was sophisticated for a child, but it was nothing wrong. It was quite all right. But Hiranyakashipu thought, what is this? He's been taught by our enemies, so we should guard him and see that no enemy can come. His enemy was the devotees of Lord Vishnu. So the demons of materialistic people, they like to think that devotees are their enemies. But actually, devotees want to see all these materialistic people also delivered. They like to see all the people in the world Krishna conscious, happy. But unfortunately, the people in this world, they don't know how to utilize their consciousness, so they try to enjoy sense gratification. But in this way, Prahlad was teaching whether to renounce or whether to engage in Krishna service, and thus one will achieve the goal of life. In this age of Kali, it's very difficult to be a sannyasi, even to be a brahmaprastha. So you try to encourage people that husband and wife, at least they should be a devotee. And in this way, as devotees, if they can preach from their house, like in this temple in Coimbatore, all the initiated devotees, they took as their goal this year, they'd like to make 10 devotees each to chant 16 rounds. Probably to make 10 such devotees, you have to make 50 devotees at least, maybe 100. So would chant 1 round, 2 rounds. So in this way, all the devotees are trying to, I think, I got a letter today from one devotee. He's going to start a Bhakti Diksha. He said, please bless me, that I can be successful in this. So I can understand that devotees here, they took very seriously their vows, their promises, their commitment to try to live the best this year to make new devotees. So one year I remember we had in Malaysia, we estimated that we had approximately 1,100 devotees at that time. And so we said, well, we should try to double up. At the end of the year, we made 1,700 devotees. So we didn't exactly double what we came close. So now I don't know how many thousands of devotees they have, but it has increased. So like that, it's nice to set some target. So of course, Prahlad Maharaj, his target is how to deliver. He'd like to deliver his father, he'd like to deliver his family members, his friends, his classmates. He'd like to deliver all the people that he can. This is the mood of the Gosti Anandi. He'd like to deliver others. Here in India, it's not prohibited to wear a dhoti or what the modern youth, I think, well, if you wear a dhoti or sari or if you are neck beads or any, you're old-fashioned. You have to be modern, you have to be new. And so Prabhupada called that the people in India who are imitating the West, giving up their own culture, they're like new crows. New crows and old crows are different.
Good.
Old crows are a little bit selective which garbage you eat, but the new crow eats everything. So all the old crows, people in the West, they're a little bit selective. And a lot of them are doing yoga, they're practicing vegetarianism. They like to go to India to understand spirituality. But so Prabhupada, he was concerned that we are also preaching the glories of India all over the world. But if Indians all adopt the Western habits, that's not good. That people come here and say, oh, all Indians are more Western than the Westerners. So the idea is that we use the newfound technologies, use the money, but we don't give up our culture. We don't give up our own spiritual roots. So side by side we do spiritual life, plus we do the material. Prabhupada said there's 2 sisters, Saraswati and Lakshmi. So to achieve Lakshmi, we don't give up Saraswati. We take both sisters. So Prahlad, he tried to give the Krishna consciousness to his father, but his father was hell-bent. He wouldn't accept anything like that. They thought at first, see how silly he is. He's thinking the words are enemy of Vishnu Bhaktas. But later, he was told by his teachers that actually Prahlad, he's the devotee. And so then we'll see what happens. But right now, he's just thinking that, well, he's somehow been poisoned. So don't let Narad Muni or anyone else come by. But he doesn't know that already the damage was done, already prod, I got all the knowledge, and therefore he was already in him. Now, Prabhupada said, somehow, like in the West, in some places, we have to wear the crowning clothes because there people are not so much favorable. If they see crowning clothes, they think, oh, you're one of us. So they're more easy to listen. So you see like Brihubhati or other great book distillers, they go out sometimes, usually they go out, where they are to, and wearing some pants and shirt. So this is a normal thing. Prabhupada was stopped to enter Singapore because he was wearing a dhoti. And to this day, sometimes Hare Krishna devotees are stopped. Even Lokanath Maharaj, he got devoted. After he entered, someone came down and said, Hare Krishna. He said, oh, Hare Krishna, a common thing. He was undercover police. And by his saying Hare Krishna, then he was arrested and taken out. So, in some countries, you have to wear the common clothes. That's unfortunate, but it's like that. So, although in America it's not prohibited, you can wear it, but still, devotees usually they often wear the Western dress. Some ladies wear the goti saris or goti dress, as they call it. And all ladies, they can get by. Once, on this one street in New York City, there was a big geek dealer, and he was standing at the door. So whenever he saw a devotee, he'd go and rip the book and throw it on the ground and say, "These are bad people. Don't buy their books." And so devotees, they were like a point to run across his storefront and not stop in front. But during Christmas, the devotees would give out cookies. So one devotee thought, why not?
Jai.
And he went to that man and gave him a cookie.
Jai.
He looked and ate it.
Jai.
And ate it. He came up to it. You got one?
Jai.
He liked. After that, he came up and the son looked. These are good people. Should buy their book. Very tall and strong guys. Oh yes, sir. So a little prasad go a long way or something. So, although in America there's freedom of religion, and in Russia and certain other countries, still, if you wear a devotee a sari, sometimes people, they don't like it. So Prabhupada said, it's okay, wear what you have to sell books, but try to sell my books, try to distribute the prasad, and so that way they come out in big numbers for the Rath Yatras. And Rath Yatras, everyone wears their traditional dress. But the book distillers, they call like incognito. So whatever is needed to spread the message, we can wear that. And some devotees don't understand, well, why they wear it. But it's like that. In some countries, it's not so favorable. So you wear what you have to wear to get the message across. So, anyway, Prabhupada, he went 14 times around the world, and he has established 108 temples
Jai.
in his life. So he said, please try to preserve what I've done. If you can increase it, I'll be very happy, but at least try to preserve. Because after many great so-called great spiritual people left, there are big fights over their property. Recently we saw someone passed away, and even his final rites were not done. They're already fighting. Who will get how many crores and who will get stuff like that. Prabhupada was worried that will my efforts be wasted. And so by the mercy of the governing body commission, GDC, somehow ISKCON has been kept together. Only 2 or 3 temples went away. So by the mercy of Prabhupada, somehow we got now over 500 temples.
Jai.
And thousands of small groups, Namhats and Bhakti Dikshas, council groups, Ashray groups, and so we're very blessed by Prabhupada's mercy. So that this is, we want to see that every town and village the message of Lord Chaitanya should be spread, because he predicted, Pratiti Ache Datta Nagaradi Gram Sarvatra Pracharita Hare Marnam Harivam. In every town and village of the whole world, my message, my Naam will be spread. Harivam. So, that's my brief talk tonight. And now, if you have any questions, I'll take questions over the internet, directly with those who are outside. I'm still in the intensive therapy, so I'm not allowed to come out and distribute prasad. I'm not allowed to mix, because they said my immunity is very down, and I may catch some disease. But we're very grateful that you attended, and if you have any question, please write it and send me it. Today we got our Pandit's appearance time. I was thinking about Krishna's mercy. We had something of course, our Gurudev, he got the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, our Prime Guru, and but we have something at the at Mayapur, we have something at Akachakra, Nityananda's place, although someone else has the actual birthplace. We have the actual birthplace of Advaita Goswami, and we're helping some save the birthplace of Sivas, but Gadadhar, I don't know where he's born. I have to check up. This is on the Panchadatta, but this is the one you have to see. Anyway, Gadadhar Prabhu, he is the internal potency of Krishna. So he is actually Radharani, who's come and Amil. So Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, and now Nityananda is Balaram, and Advaita is Sadananda, he's Mahavishnu, maybe, and also Sadananda, Sadashivam. And Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani, internal potency, and Sivas is Narayana. He's Jiva Tattva. So all the tattvas are represented in the Panchatattva. And so Advaita Prabhu held here today. So we offer him our Sastya Koti Sastanga Dhanvats. Hari Ram. Some deities are installed and those deities are accepted as the Archa Avatar. They are the incarnation of the Lord as a worshipful deity. And so, when we go before those deities, we can offer our obeisances, we can offer our prayers, and thus we can also surrender. Like in South India, all over India right now, but mainly in South, there's 108 Divya Dasas, which are written by Alvarez and Ramanuja Acharya. So, like if you study the history of Rangana, we know that he came from Lord Ram. He was worshipped by Ram. But we don't actually have to study the history. He came originally from, he was in the Sriya Vamsa. So he came from the river Swan, the Surya Devta to the Ikshvaku, the king. So he was handed down to Lord Ram, and he gave to Vishnu. And like that, his goes. But how did Vishnu get? He was also originally worshipped by Lord Brahma. And he got from Lord Kirtaksadisha directly, he got from the colossal ocean, from the ocean of milk. So this deity came from the spiritual, you can say the highest planet in this universe, all the way down to this planet. So, like that, some of these deities here, they have very long histories. And if you go before them, you can also open your heart, and you can also surrender to them. Krishna, I surrender to you. Now, those deities which Prabhupada installed, they're also very special, because they said that, well, if a pure devotee installs a deity, then that deity has an effect all over the material world. And if a deity is installed by Lord Brahma, it has effect all over the universe. So like Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, they're installed by Lord Jagannath, by Lord Brahma. So like that. There are some deities which are special. Balaji, he came at the previous Kali Yuga. But also all the deities which are installed by some Brahmins according to the system, they also have effect. So there's a certain area around the deity which has effect. So we know how to respect the different deities. Like the Radha deity in Vrindavan, that deity is very small. But Gopal Bhatta, who is from the Sri Rangam, he had his 12 Shilas, and he saw that, well, Arupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they have the deities, they're dressed to deities, but I just have Shilas, so I can only bathe them, I cannot dress them. And then one night, he was sitting under the tree, and he hang up his Shariyan Shilas from the branch of the tree. He opened up this box, and he saw that one of the deities, one Shila became a deity. He had now 11 Shilas in one deity. So that deity was what we call Swayam Prakash, self-manifested. So that deity is very beautiful. So like that, there's all kinds of deities in India which are very, very special. And but even there are local deities that are installed Here we have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. In some other places we have other deities. Some of those deities who are installed by some devotee following the system and their worship, they are very special. So the whole community should gather around and help to serve that deity. Now in addition, when we have some deity in the house, but those deities may not be installed yet. So they're considered like a photo or a fixture deity, practice, but they're not the same. You can put them to sleep. Installed deity you should never put asleep. You have to always worship them. So that's the part of installation that you have to worship forever. So, and we have to also know the second initiation mantras. So if you have a bona fide deity and you reciprocate, you offer that deity service and surrender, that deity also reciprocates. And I had this experience that I saw Radha in a dream when I was just a bhakta in Montreal. So later I saw, these deities came to me. These deities now I am serving. And they were installed by Prabhupada. So, like that, we have, these are the small deities. So we are very fortunate to have. And like this deities of in Mayapur, of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, they are very active. And they have performed many pastimes. So, just hearing about these different pastimes, I would say that, like all our deities, I'm sure that they do various pastimes, but no one likes to tell. So, if you have some pastime of your Bangalore, your Coimbatore deity, please tell. I'm sure that Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Swami, who you are healthy, if no one wants to hear your pastime, tell me, I like it. And like this, if you hear devotee, if you hear pastime of the deities, then you see how the deities are actually present. And if you offer your prayers to the deity, also the deity will reciprocate with you. So you should also treat the deity as a person. Like the materialists, they don't understand. Why do you give God a fan? Why do you give AC? They think he doesn't need it. He's God. But we believe that he has senses, and so that he can nice food, nice cooling air. So that way we try to satisfy the Lord. He has senses, if we have sense, he must have sense. But his sense is transcendental, that's all.
If you, the purport of the Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that if the Shraddha ceremony is observed on Ekadashi day and grains are offered, then they'll all go to hell. It's actually mentioned.
So what should we do? Offer non-grains of Ekadashi?
It should be on another day. It should be observed on another day.
Observe it on another day.
Yes.
So you observe it on the Dwadashi or?
That's, I don't remember exactly, but there is a mention of some. I don't know whether it's Dwadashi or the
Alternative Tithi.
He's asking to be established as an animal on the lotus feet of Krishna. So that's something transcendental. That's not material. you have been many times to a mindful. So all it says that we should first see a mindful and then go to renown. So you have first seen mindful and then you went to renown. So just like we chant first, Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sridhasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
And then we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You see, in renown, get 1,000 times the benefit or any service you offer, but you also get 1,000 times the effect of any offense you commit. So, in my report, there is also 1,000 times for any service, but it's not so easy to commit offense in my report. I'm glad you have so many questions, Ram. How can I say what will inspire you in your Christian consciousness? It's difficult. But I saw that Prabhupada, he was very much, he was very deep, deep, and so sometimes I go for a walk, and you walk with him, sometimes sit down, and he just silently closed his eyes and looked like he was lost in prayer. So sometimes he would he'd ask us to say questions, or sometimes he gives some practical instruction. So like this, we could understand that Prabhupada, he was especially meant to give us mercy. And so we were very much indebted to his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And I don't know if this is inspiring, but I had a lot of exchanges with Prabhupada. And sometimes it was humorous, sometimes it was serious. One time, he told the devotees that I want hot milk. And they said, how hot? As hot as possible. And so they brought up milk, but it was steaming. He drank it, he burned his hand. Probably said, bring it as hot as possible. And yeah, not impossible. Boiling was impossible to drink. But sometimes I was walking with Prabhupada, and he said, well, in Bengal, it's not so cold, so you don't need to have a shed with the cows. They can eat out. But I was unthinkingly, I said, well, don't they need a shed? And because I challenged Prabhupada, then he just turned away and started thinking something else. And I realized, this is not my position to challenge. I can ask a question, but it was not, I challenged. And so then I said, Prabhupada, I'm very sorry. So like that, every day we had some exchange, and like that. He was very kind to us. So I'm trying to help my devotees, and I'm very happy that you and your husband have taken our shelter, and you also cook nice things. So I hope that all the devotees will be very serious in their Krishna consciousness and try to take up the mission of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Haribol. Amazing. I was thinking about you past few days. I was thinking very much about you, how to get in contact. I'm very happy that you're doing this preaching at Bhakti Diksha. I'm supposed to be there for the Prabhupada Festival on in May in Los Angeles, and also 2 days after. So about 1 week. So I'm hoping that I can see you and all the other devotees, disciples especially. So I'm very happy that you're still doing the Bhakti Diksha in San Diego, and I was very happy to see you and your family at my airport when you came and visited me. So I hope that you can also give all my blessings that you may continue to expand the Bhakti Diksha and help the devotees in your group to understand Krishna consciousness. Haribol.
So he's replying that 25 devotees are chanting, promised to chant 1 round, and they are all planning a trip to see you.
Haribol. So I look forward to seeing them. How many are watching now? What time is it in LA?
It's 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Vrindavan Leela Devidasi sending a message like, please tell Maharaj I am still collecting Sankirtan Leelas for him.
Very good. How many does she owe me?
She said over 300.
I like to hear these Sankirtan Leela or also the Didi Leelas. Vrindavan Leela, she tells me Sankirtan Leela. She has one seva she could do. I said, you can tell me a Leela a day. It sounds like, oh, that's not
That's
much.
300 Leelas.
There's a devotee who was waited for you and he had to leave. He's getting married, your disciple. He just passed on a message. His name is Mayadhisha Chaitanya Das. Getting married, the whole family, they're your initiated disciples. Gopinath Das, Mathura Nandini Dasi, Mayadhisha Chaitanya Das, and Karishma Kanta Gopi. They were from Bahrain originally, now they are in Thrissur, Kerala. It's a little donation for you.
Please bless them in their rehearsal life.
Haribo. Haribo. Can a devotee born in a non-Vaishnavite family liberate his family members by chanting and performing devotional services? Pranams Rekha.
Rekha. Blessings, my dear spiritual daughter. It's amazing. You're asking this question when you're reading about Prahlad. I mean, he was born in the family of the Mahadevas, but he made his whole family got liberated. In fact, his grandson was Bali Maharaj, who was also considered one of the Mahajans, or one of the, not Mahajans, but one of the examples of the one of the 9 practices of devotional service. So, yes, if you back to Godhead, then 7 generations before and after, they all get 3 tickets. Apart from that, it's possible that even a non-devotee family, if they're not very much envious about Krishna, they can also take up chanting, and they can be the blissful in Krishna consciousness. They might not be considered devotees, but usually everyone in India to some extent is a devotee, and it's very few people are not at all devotees. So you have to see how to like one family. As I mentioned a few days ago, the husband was very much against. Suddenly he saw these very hairy, half-naked people with ropes cutting him when he was on his deathbed, and suddenly he said, "I want naked these. I want tilak. I want chant. Read Bhagavad Gita." So maybe this is one's vision of the Yamadutas.
Gaura, Hari.
Can change someone's heart. But sometimes they see you're healthy, and then also they say, "Well, what's your secret?" And you tell them, "Oh, I chant Hare Krishna." Some people are tough nuts to crack, but some are, you never know. So try your best. But first of all, you should be a devotee as possible. You should also chant, assimilate all the Krishna consciousness. You have many desires, spiritual, lofty, Krishna conscious desires. But you have to build a house, you need a foundation strong. So your house should be built on a strong foundation. If your knowledge about Krishna is very strong, if your sadhana is strong, if your practices are strong, if your faith is strong, then you can also preach even to non-devotees. But if you're also a little shaky, then once you try to give the knowledge to someone who's not favorable, they have a way to say stuff which could bewilder you. So this is the test. Uttaraधिकारी can preach anybody, and Kanishtaधिकारी can get bewildered. And Madhyam doesn't get bewildered, but he not have the answer, but he knows where to get the answer. So we want you to gradually come up, at least to the Madhyam states, and then you can also preach.
Jai.
Thank you for your questions. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.